Have you ever felt drawn to a place you barely know, a place that tugs at your curiosity, even though you can't quite explain why? For me, that mysterious pull led me to a country I'd only read about in passing, a place that seemed to exist somewhere between legend and reality. That place was Uzbekistan, a name that sounded like magic, echoing with stories of ancient travelers and lost empires. I'd heard whispers of its beauty, but it always felt just out of reach, like a dream waiting to be explored. I'd only seen glimpses, those iconic blue-tiled mosques, the winding alleys of Silk Road cities like Samarkand, Bukhara, and Khiva, images that promised adventure, history, and a culture unlike any I'd known. But I wanted more than a tourist's view. I craved something deeper, a chance to see the country through the eyes of its people, to understand its rhythms and stories. So, I packed my bags, heart pounding with excitement and nerves, and landed in Tashkent, determined to experience life as a temporary local, not just a visitor passing through. The city was a fascinating blend of old and new, Soviet-era apartment blocks standing beside gleaming glass towers, wide tree-lined avenues leading to hidden tea houses where time seemed to slow down. My senses were overwhelmed in the best way. The scent of spices drifting from bustling markets, Cyrillic street signs hinting at the country's layered history, and warm, genuine smiles from strangers who made me feel instantly welcome. My mission was simple: learn a few words of Uzbek, try every dish I could find, and say yes to every invitation, no matter how unexpected. I wanted to taste, hear, and feel everything this place had to offer. I was searching for real conversations, genuine connections, and moments that would stay with me long after I left. I wanted to collect memories, not just souvenirs, and to let the country change me in ways I couldn't yet imagine. Somewhere in the heart of Central Asia, I hoped to find not just adventure, but a new piece of myself, something I'd been missing, waiting to be discovered, in the vast landscapes and vibrant cities of Uzbekistan. And so, with a sense of wonder and anticipation, my journey began. Could I really live in Uzbekistan for a month on just $500? It sounded impossible at first, a challenge that seemed more like a travel myth than a reality. But I was determined to find out, to see if I could stretch every som and still experience the heart of this fascinating country. Turns out, yes, if you live like a local. The secret isn't just about spending less, but about embracing the rhythms and routines of everyday Uzbek life. I swapped hotels for family-run guest houses where $10 a night bought not just a bed, but homemade breakfasts and heartfelt welcomes. These stays offered more than comfort. They gave me a window into real Uzbek hospitality, with stories shared over tea, and laughter echoing through the halls. Eating at bustling Oshksona canteens, I feasted on plov, somsas, and kebabs, rarely spending more than $3 a meal. Each dish was a celebration of local flavors, and every meal was a chance to sit shoulder to shoulder with locals, learning about their lives. Street food became my daily ritual, each bite a taste of authentic Uzbek life. From crispy somsas hot out of the tandoor to sweet sticky halva, the markets were a feast for the senses and a lesson in culinary tradition. Getting around was easy. Shared taxis for long distances, public buses, and the ornate Tashkent metro for city trips. Each ride was an adventure, a chance to see the country through the eyes of its people. The journeys themselves, watching the desert roll by, chatting with fellow passengers, became part of the adventure. I found that the road was as memorable as the destination, filled with unexpected conversations and new friendships. My budget wasn't a limitation, it was an invitation to travel smarter and connect deeper. By choosing local experiences, I was welcomed into homes, invited to family meals, and taught the customs that make Uzbekistan unique. Every som spent brought me closer to the real Uzbekistan. Whether bargaining at a bustling bazaar or sharing tea with a new friend, I realized that value isn't just measured in money, but in memories made. I learned that the best experiences don't come with a high price tag. Wandering ancient streets, joining spontaneous picnics, and laughing with strangers, these moments were priceless. Living simply, I found richness in daily life. The warmth of a shared meal, the quiet beauty of a village morning, the joy of slowing down, all became treasures I'll never forget. The challenge of stretching my dollars made every moment more meaningful. Each decision, where to eat, how to travel, what to see, became an opportunity to discover something new and unexpected. Uzbekistan proved that adventure doesn't have to be expensive. With an open mind and a willingness to adapt, every day brought new discoveries, from ancient cities to breathtaking landscapes. Sometimes, the less you spend, the more you gain. In Uzbekistan, I found that true wealth comes not from what you have, but from the experiences you share and the connections you make along the way. My Silk Road adventure began in Samarkand, where the Registan's blue and gold tiles shimmered like a dream. I sat for hours, watching sunlight dance across centuries-old madrasas, silent witnesses to traders and scholars long gone. In Bukhara, I wandered winding alleys, discovering hidden mosques and artisan workshops. The city's magic was in its details: weathered doors, quiet courtyards, and the hum of daily life. Mornings at Layabi House, sipping tea among locals, felt timeless. The bazaars overflowed with spices, fruits, and laughter, living echoes of the Silk Road spirit. Climbing the Kalyan minaret, I gazed over ancient rooftops, feeling connected to history's endless flow. These cities weren't just beautiful, they were alive, inviting me to be part of their story. The bazaar is Uzbekistan's beating heart, and Chorsu Bazaar in Tashkent quickly became my daily destination, a place where the city's energy pulses strongest, drawing locals and travelers alike into its vibrant embrace. Inside, the air buzzed with the scent of spices, cumin, coriander, saffron, mingling with the warmth of fresh bread and the music of haggling voices. Every corner was alive with color and sound, a sensory feast that awakened my curiosity each morning. I watched bakers expertly slap rounds of naan onto the hot tandoor walls, their hands moving with practiced grace. A kind man, his face creased with a welcoming smile, handed me a steaming piece. No words needed, just the universal language of hospitality. In the crafts section, I met women embroidering intricate Suzani tapestries, their needles dancing through vibrant threads, and potters shaping clay with steady hands, each piece a living tradition, passed down through generations. Buying a hand-painted bowl felt like taking home a piece of history, a tangible memory of the artistry and care woven into everyday life here. The bazaar was more than commerce, it was community. It was a place where stories were exchanged as easily as goods, and where every interaction felt meaningful. Friends caught up over steaming bowls of soup, families shopped together, laughter echoing between stalls, and soon, vendors greeted me by name, making me feel like a part of their world. As a solo traveler, I found belonging in the daily rhythm of the market. The bazaar became my anchor, a place where I was never truly alone. Here, relationships mattered more than transactions. Every handshake, every smile, was a reminder that human connection is at the heart of every exchange. The bazaar taught me that the soul of Uzbekistan lives in its people and their crafts, their pride, their skill, and their warmth. Every visit was a lesson in connection and culture, a chance to witness traditions thriving in the present and to be welcomed into a community built on trust and shared experience. It was the true heart of the country, a place where colors, crafts, and connections come together to create something unforgettable. Uzbek culture dazzles in its colors, especially in the flowing atlas and address fabrics worn by women. I was welcomed by a group of women in Bukhara who showed me their vibrant dresses and let me try one on. Their pride in their craft was infectious. Each pattern told a story of region and tradition. Homes were decorated with Suzani tapestries and carved wood, reflecting care and artistry. Women were the keepers of this beauty, passing down skills and creating warmth in every home. Respect runs deep here for elders, guests, and tradition. As a foreign woman, I was treated with kindness and curiosity, never intrusion. The women I met were protective, generous, and proud of their heritage. Their beauty shone in their spirit and hospitality, not just their clothes. Uzbek culture is a tapestry woven from grace, strength, and community. The true treasure of Uzbekistan was its people. Hospitality here isn't just custom, it's sacred. Guests are treated like family. I was invited into countless homes for tea, meals, and conversation, always welcomed with open arms. One evening, a village family saw me lost and brought me in for dinner, communicating with smiles and gestures. Small acts of kindness, shared snacks, gifts from market vendors were constant reminders of generosity. These moments taught me that wealth is measured in spirit, not possessions. On my last day, my guesthouse host hugged me goodbye, her eyes shining with tears. "Don't forget us," she said. "I never will. Travel," I realized, is about the people you meet and the bonds you form. Uzbekistan gave me a second family and memories I'll cherish forever. My month in Uzbekistan on a shoestring budget changed me. This country is safe, affordable, and overflowing with kindness. If you crave authentic adventure, come here, get lost in ancient alleys, savor plov, and share tea with locals. Uzbekistan will challenge your perceptions and open your heart. The stories, the people, the spirit, they'll stay with you long after you leave. If my journey inspired you, please subscribe and join our community of curious travelers. Your support lets me keep sharing these stories and shining a light on hidden gems. The world is vast. Maybe your next adventure is waiting in Uzbekistan. Be brave, be open, and say yes to the unknown. Thank you for traveling with me through the heart of the Silk Road.